Hi friends, it's Tiana here today and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be sewing up the Hattie pants by Tiana's Closet. I told you I had this beautiful fabric from Boho Fabrics and it's a woven. It's a really light woven and I wanted to make some like wide leg pants out of it. So I found this pattern. It is meant for wovens, but it can also be done in knit, and I thought, why don't we go ahead and give them a chance. They look super comfy and super cute. I'm excited about it. On the pattern itself, it does say that if you are going to use knit fabrics, stretchy fabrics, you need to size down a size. So I just went ahead and made my size. I'm a size large. So I'm going to be sewing these up and hopefully they turn out super cute. So let's do it together. By the way, this is a very easy beginner friendly pattern. So if you've been wanting to sew a pair of pants and you're like, oh, I don't know how hard this is going to be, this is a good entry level pair because it is super easy to sew and it is going to be super quick. So you can do it. All right, like I said, these are super easy to sew up. One of the things is this pattern does not come with pockets, so pockets are optional. If you wanted to add pockets, you could create your own pocket pattern and add side pockets. And the way that you could do that is if you have checked out my video on the Candace dress, I showed you on that video how to create your own pockets, the pocket pattern, and how to put them in on the side. So if you wanted to do those, you could do those to these pants. I'm gonna omit the pockets. I'm just gonna go simple, quick, easy. So the first thing we're going to do is we're gonna grab one front pant leg and one back pant leg and put them right sides together. Now, if you can see, I always kind of separate my pieces, so I know these are my fronts. I'm gonna grab one front, one back, and then I'm gonna grab, those are both front and these are both back, so I'm gonna separate them and put them, and you will see, you'll need the right side, so you gotta make sure that it's the right side. So we're gonna grab one of the fronts, and this might not be the right side, so I might have to do it again. But here's the front, and I'm gonna put the back right on top of it, and it has to match up. So definitely not matching up already. I'm like, ugh, I think this is the front and this is the back. Let me make sure. They have to match up here at the sides, but the crotch is going to be different because the back is higher usually. So see? If you look right here and I place it over that, you can tell this is the front is a shorter piece and then the back goes out a little bit more to have room for your back side. So what we're going to match up is this inner seam here. So one front leg, one back leg, and we're gonna match this up right sides together and sew. Now, because I'm using woven, again, I did not size up. I'm just making my size. Size down. I'm just making my size. If you're using a stretchy fabric, a knit, you will need to size down one size is what they said. And because I'm using woven, I'm going to sew a straight stitch on my sewing machine and then finish off the raw edge so that my fabric doesn't fray. You can do that by using a zigzag stitch on your sewing machine or using your serger to finish off the edge, which is what I'll be doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew it up with my straight stitch and then go over to my my serger and serge afterwards inside the seam allowance. So we're gonna do that side and then we're gonna do the outer edge as well. Again, if you're gonna do pockets, this is where you would put on the pockets. You would do those first because you gotta put them in before you sew the sides. So since I'm not doing pockets, I'm just going straight for it. We're gonna do this for both pant legs. All right, so another thing I'm gonna do at the same time is prep my waistband. As you can see, my fabric has like two different colors. I'm still wondering if I want to do this one right down the middle, so it's like the front will be two sides. I guess I'll wait and see what the coloring is on my pants when they're sewn together, because my fabric, and I had a hard time when I was cutting it, trying to figure out how I wanted to do it. You see, it's like squares. And so like one side goes one way and the other side goes the other way, and they're like different color ways. So we're gonna see how they turn out, but I'm excited. But anyway, so I don't know if I want to do like this be my center front, and so then I have one color on each side, or if I want this to be my side and like the front will be one color, the back will be one color. So we'll see when we get to it. either way, it doesn't matter right now for the construction. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that waistband, fold it right sides together, and sew that short raw edge. And I'm going to do a straight stitch, and then you can open up that seam allowance and steam, or you can serge it too. Sometimes I like to go ahead and serge it just so I can be sure that it's not going to fray off. So let's go do all that. All right, I'm gonna put the waistband aside. I'm gonna grab my bottoms, and I'm gonna grab one of them and I'm gonna turn it right side out. Okay, and then I'm gonna fit it right into the other pant leg so that they're touching right sides together. We're gonna match up, find the crotch seam here, and we're gonna match that up with the crotch seam of the other pant leg, and they should match nicely. And then we're gonna go up one side, and they should match. If you sew them front and a back together and a front and a back together, then they should be able to match here. So the fronts are matching here. We're gonna sew them right sides together and then go around the back as well. So you're sewing this crotch seam here. And that's basically it. Like, all you gotta do after this is attach the waistband and hem. Super, super easy. For the hemline, not the hemline. For the waistband, we're doing, we'll attach, and we'll use a 1-inch elastic, and it says 4 inches smaller than your waist measurement. So I'll grab that, and then we'll come back, attach that hem, and then we'll be done. So let's do that. So right here, if you can see this little crease right here, that's where we're sewing. All right, so now that we've sewn it, I turned it right side out, and we basically have our pants already ready to go. So here they are. So now what we're going to do is we're going to attach the waistband, and I think I am just going to do one color in the front and one color in the back. I don't know if I want to do half and half. I think that will look a little funky, so I think I'm just going to do this light one in the front and the dark one in the back. I don't know, comment below and let me know what you think. But I mean, if I do it now, even if you tell me what you think, it's already done. But I can always take it apart if it looks hideous, but I think it's gonna be fine. So I'm gonna do it. Fold the waistband right sides together, wrong sides together, and we're attaching, and it should fit because it's the same width. And then we're going to leave a what do you call it, opening. So we're gonna sew all the way around, leaving like a 2-inch gap where we're going to insert our elastic for our waistband. So I'm gonna sew it on my sewing machine first, and then insert the elastic and everything, and then serge it all the way around to finish up. Actually, I might go ahead and serge it already, because if this fabric frays so much, it might really fray a lot when I'm trying to insert the elastic. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and sew it and serge it, but just leave a gap here in the back where you're going to insert your elastic. While I'm doing this, I'm also going to go ahead and serge the bottom of the pants, so that way when I go to hem it, all I have to do is just fold over and top stitch. So I'll have to try them on first and see how much I want to hem, and then after that I'll come back and hem. So let's go attach that, leaving that gap, and come back and do our elastic. Make sure before you serge that your seams are all good and it didn't go off the edge or anything like that. All right, now it's time for our elastic. So I'm just going to stick this elastic right through that gap that we left, and then stitch it up together and then close that gap. And then I'm gonna try these on before I hem, because I just wanna make sure. I did add a couple of inches because I am 5'7". Usually most patterns are drafted for 5'5", so I always have to add about an inch or so, and I like to add extra inch because I like my pants to be long, and I rather take off than have to add, you know, like if they're too short. I hate short pants. I always like to have them extra long because I like to wear wedges and stuff like that. So anyway, so let's fit that in. Let's sew it together and then we'll try it on. Super easy, huh? Comment below and let me know what you think about how easy the construction of this pattern is. I just hope it fits. You know, you get to that point where you do all this and then you're like, this doesn't even fit correctly. So can't call it a win until we are done and it fits nicely. All right, so I'm gonna overlap them and zigzag stitch some close and then fit it through and close that gap. And then also at the bottom, once I try them on, I'm just going to fold over however much I need for the length and top stitch, and that will be my hem. And then we'll be done. So let me do all that and then I'll come back and show you what they look like. All right, it's zigzag stitched on, so I'm gonna feed it through all the way. All right, once it's zigzag stitched together, we're gonna fit it right through. Change my stitch back to its regular stitch and then close that gap. And I'm gonna go back to my serger and finish that raw edge as well. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hem. They fit really nicely. I just tried them on. I added 2 inches. I'm only usually supposed to add 1 inch, and I feel like I'm still gonna hem just a little bit so that they fit the length. So I would probably say that if you are on the tallish side, I would definitely add some length. The only thing I don't like is that this band keeps wobbling around because the elastic is just in there kind of flimsy. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna actually do 2 lines of stitching. Now, some people don't like that because it kind of makes it maybe look a little bit more casual. What you can do if you didn't want to do that, you can just top stitch at the top and then like pull the elastic and just do like a little tiny top stitch to keep it together, or you can just do top stitch on the sides so the elastic doesn't move if you don't want to have that look. I'm just gonna do 2 lines about a 1/2 inch away or 1/4 inch away from each other, so it's right in the center, and it's just gonna be a straight stitch, which I'm gonna pull my elastic stretched and then sew one right about a 1/4 inch from the edge and then another one about a 1/4 inch from the top all the way around, and that's gonna be a stretch stitch, and that's gonna keep my elastic from wanting to move around, and I just prefer that than just leaving it alone. And then at the bottom, like I said, I'm just gonna do a very small hem, so I'm probably just gonna do like 1/2 inch all the way around. Let me get my iron so I can steam it. And that's it. That is all that we're doing. So let me go ahead and finish this up, and then I'll show you what it looks like and you let me know if you love it. Here you can kind of see a close-up of what that looks like. So it's got more of that like gathered effect. It's even. So that's why some people don't like that look and that they would rather it be just straight. So that's why I mentioned that. We are finished. I love how this turned out. They look so good. I just love it. This fabric was perfect. They look so good with my bodysuit swimsuit. So this would be perfect to wear as, you know, going to the beach or whatever, but I think it would also transition to fall. And I talked to y'all about it, and I don't know if I mentioned it on the last video that I did this swim, but I mentioned how I don't love bodysuits because of the buttons or the closures at the bodysuit. So I'd rather wear like a swimsuit as a bodysuit and then just have to kind of pull it down if I'm going to the restroom. But other than that, I prefer it. So when I sewed this swimsuit up on my last video, so if you haven't checked it out, make sure you check it out. When I sewed this swimsuit up, I was thinking of transitioning into a fall piece, and I was so excited that I had this fabric because I thought they went so well together. I think it's so cute. One thing I am kind of regretting though is not adding pockets, because I kind of feel like I need the pockets. I feel like I keep wanting to put my hand somewhere. So that would be an easy, quick thing. Like I told you, if you check out my Candace dress tutorial, I show on there how you can add pockets, how you can put pockets, make your own pattern piece for pockets. And that would be super simple to do on these. I'm gonna show you how I will probably wear this for more of a fall outfit. I'll probably add on a jean jacket, or if I make myself something else to go on top. I was kind of thinking that it would be cute to wear with, like to make, I have a little bit left of this fabric, so maybe like a cropped button up or something would be really cute. But even with just a jean jacket, I think it looks adorable. I love this outfit. I think it's so cute. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope this gives you a little bit of encouragement to try out pants. These pants were super easy to sew, and they actually fit, that was my floor, not me. And they actually fit super nice. I love it. I did add, like I said, the 2 inches at the bottom because I just like them to be kind of oversized. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please comment, like, share, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time.